Asterisk asterisk, the boy who knew too much asterisk asterisk. In the quaint village of Eldridge Hollow, where the fog clung to the cobblestone streets like a shroud, there lived a boy named Oliver. He was an unassuming child, with tousled hair and wide, curious eyes that seemed to absorb the world around him. But Oliver possessed a peculiar gift, or perhaps a curse, that set him apart from the other children. He could hear whispers in the wind, secrets carried on the breath of the night. As dusk fell, the villagers would retreat into their homes, locking their doors and drawing their curtains tight. They spoke in hushed tones about the old tales of Eldridge Hollow, stories of spirits that roamed the woods and shadows that danced in the corners of their vision. But Oliver, with his insatiable curiosity, found himself drawn to these tales, eager to uncover the truths hidden beneath the layers of fear. One evening, as the sun dipped below the horizon, casting long shadows across the village, Oliver ventured into the woods that bordered Eldridge Hollow. The trees loomed tall and twisted, their gnarled branches reaching out like skeletal fingers. He felt the familiar pull of the whispers, beckoning him deeper into the darkness. "Come closer," they seemed to say. "We have secrets to share." As he wandered further, the air grew thick with an unsettling chill. The whispers intensified, swirling around him like a tempest. "They don't want you to know," they hissed, "but you must listen." Heart pounding, Oliver pressed on, determined to uncover the source of the voices. Eventually, he stumbled upon a clearing bathed in an eerie silver light. In the center stood an ancient stone altar, covered in moss and etched with symbols that seemed to pulse with a life of their own. The whispers crescendoed, filling his mind with fragmented images, visions of the villagers, their faces twisted in fear, their eyes wide with dread. Suddenly, a figure emerged from the shadows. It was a woman, her hair flowing like dark water, her eyes glinting with an otherworldly light. "You've come," she said, her voice smooth yet chilling. "You seek the truth, don't you?" Oliver nodded, entranced yet terrified. "What is this place? What do the villagers fear?" The woman smiled, but it was a smile that sent shivers down his spine. "This is the heart of Eldridge Hollow, where the past and present intertwine. The villagers have forgotten the old ways, but I remember. They fear what they do not understand." As she spoke, the whispers grew louder, revealing fragments of forgotten history, tales of a pact made long ago, a sacrifice that bound the village to the shadows. "They think they can escape it," the woman continued, "but the darkness is always watching, waiting for the one who knows too much." Oliver's heart raced as the weight of her words settled upon him. "What do you mean? What will happen?" "The balance is fragile," she replied, her gaze piercing through him. "You have the gift to see beyond the veil, but knowledge comes at a price. If you reveal what you've learned, the village will pay dearly." Panic surged within him. He thought of his friends, his family, the life he had known. "I don't want to hurt anyone," he whispered. The woman stepped closer, her presence both alluring and terrifying. "Then you must choose wisely, keep the secrets, and you may save them. But if you speak, the shadows will rise, and Eldridge Hollow will be consumed." With that, she vanished into the mist, leaving Oliver alone in the clearing, the weight of her words echoing in his mind. He turned to leave, but the whispers had quieted, replaced by an oppressive silence that felt like a warning. As he made his way back through the woods, Oliver's heart was heavy with the burden of knowledge. He returned to the village, but the shadows seemed longer, the air thicker. He watched as the villagers went about their lives, blissfully unaware of the darkness that loomed just beyond their perception. Days turned into weeks, and Oliver wrestled with his secret. He longed to share the truth, to warn them of the impending doom, but the woman's words haunted him. He could feel the weight of the shadows pressing down, a constant reminder of the choice he had to make. One fateful night, as the moon hung low in the sky, Oliver gathered his courage and approached the village square. The townsfolk were gathered, sharing stories and laughter, oblivious to the danger that lurked in the corners of their lives. He opened his mouth to speak, to reveal the truth, but the whispers surged within him, a cacophony of warnings. Don't do it. They will suffer. In that moment, Oliver realized the true horror of his gift. He was trapped between the desire to protect and the need to reveal. With a heavy heart, he stepped back, swallowing the words that threatened to spill forth. As the night deepened, the shadows grew bolder, creeping closer to the village. Oliver watched in despair as the darkness began to seep into the hearts of the villagers, twisting their laughter into something sinister. He had chosen silence, but at what cost? In the days that followed, Eldridge Hollow changed. The villagers became restless, their eyes clouded with fear and suspicion. The whispers that once called to Oliver now echoed in the minds of the townsfolk, planting seeds of doubt and paranoia. They began to turn on one another, their unity shattered by the very shadows he had tried to protect them from. And so, the boy who knew too much became a silent witness to the unraveling of his world. He wandered the streets, a ghost among the living, burdened by the knowledge that had once been a gift. The darkness had claimed its due, and Oliver was left to ponder the true nature of secrets. Some were meant to be kept, while others, once known, could never be forgotten. In Eldridge Hollow, the whispers continued, a haunting reminder of the boy who knew too much and the price of silence.